Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. Make sure you give it a like, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the Inland Sports channel if you haven't done so already. We're also on Instagram and Twitter. Find us. It's Inland Sports. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. And Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Garcia's left-footed. Guys, it's your boy Pep Fernandez. Just want to let you know we will not have our normal Inland Sports Show this week. I'm taking a couple days off, hanging out with the family, trying to recharge the batteries a little bit after a long football and long basketball season, trying to get refreshed so we can really hit the spring sports hard. And we're going right into it with some big games, including our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game, and that is Roosevelt taking on Norco. It's scheduled for Thursday, weather permitting, of course. I know a lot of teams and coaches have been frustrated trying to get games in, trying to negotiate around the weather. It's been tough, but hopefully we can see this one happen on Thursday. Roosevelt and Norco. Roosevelt, your reigning CIF Southern Section Division I champion, and Norco, the #1 ranked team right now in Division I, the latest CIF Southern Section rankings. So it doesn't get any bigger than this. Roosevelt and Norco are Kin Sporting Goods must-see game on the softball diamond this week. Now, a game that did happen, somehow managed to sandwich in between the rainstorms, was Bloomington and San Gorgonio baseball. Let's take a look at our Big Boost play of the week. And Bloomington baseball, the #1 ranked team in the CIF Southern Section Division VI rankings, taking on San G. Andrew Tejada on the mound. The southpaw has been fantastic this year, has not given up an earned run all season long. That's 25 and a third innings pitched going into the week. They beat San G 9-1, but Tejada again with this scoreless streak that has surpassed 25 innings pitched, and that's our Big Boost play of the week. Also on Saturday, we had our first county clash at San Manuel Stadium. It's the first of 3 out there at the home of the Inland Empire 66ers. We had the honor of bringing one of the games to you live on IEMG. That is Aquinas taking on Ontario Christian.
Comes a 3-0 pitch. Pitch is crushed up to center field. Center fielder not going to get to it, and that's going to go all the way to the track. That's going to be a stand-up double, and just like that, Aquinas takes a 1-0 lead. Valentine needed, but runners on first and second. As that ball is crushed, it is hammered. It stays fair, hits the wall. That's definitely going to bring in 2 more runs. So 1 run comes across. And just like that, it is a 3-0 game. But that was the laser to right field there.
I mean, that was a really good poke in a minor league stadium that in most high school parks would probably be a home run.
Yeah, we want to remind you we're a double play ball here. Gets him out of the inning as that is roped to left field. Center field. The dive, not able to make it, gets past the center fielder. And that's going to clear the bases, and he's looking for a triple. He's going to get there safe. So Esteban Olazaba with a bases clearing triple makes this a 6-0 game. A little more easier to bring him across the plate. And it looks like he's going to do it easily as that ball is fair. Looks like extra bases for Batanti as he gets there with a stand-up double, making this a 8-0 game here.
And finally, just a real quick shout out to Cal State San Bernardino men's basketball. Just had the chance to interview head coach Andy Newman as the Yotes are at the Elite Eight. They won their Elite Eight game against Lincoln Memorial from Tennessee. So now they advance to the Final Four, and they will take on the number 1 seed, Nova Southeastern. If they win that game, the Yotes would advance to the Division II National Championship on Saturday. Best of luck to Cal State on Thursday night as they take on, again, the number 1 team, Nova Southeastern, with a chance to punch their ticket to the national finals. All right, we will be back live in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week. But again, just recharging the batteries this week, trying to get freshened up a little bit for a spring season that we will hopefully get in. I know this rain has been wacky. It has been difficult for all you teams out there. I see it. I get it. But we got some big games coming up in the coming weeks, and hopefully we'll get a lot of those in. I know California needs water, but man, we need to get some of these games in as well. I think we've done pretty good in the drought department. And hopefully in the coming days and weeks, we'll get some of these big league games in. All right, I'm Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time and next week on the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified from the Teen Vision TV 16 studio.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco, number 1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. And Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust.
What up, y'all? Boostman here with a quick 2 cent. We live in an era where student-athlete empowerment is at an all-time high, and this is a good thing. But be careful. There's a fine line between empowering yourself and not being gritty. Just because things don't go your way doesn't mean you should automatically explore other options. Communicate with your coaches, find out what you can do better, and be sure you've done everything in your power before making the decision to move on. Empowering yourself as an athlete is great, but using empowerment as an excuse to take the easy route is a recipe for disaster. Boostman.
The City of San Bernardino has implemented a new low-cost sidewalk vending program in hopes of expanding opportunity for community members to start sidewalk vending safely and lawfully. We want everyone to have access to the economic benefits that sidewalk vending brings, but we want to make sure that our sidewalk vendors know the do's and don'ts when it comes to our city. We must make sure that vendors are keeping our residents safe by following general health and safety standards and by following all city rules. Like, did you know to legally sidewalk vend in the City of San Bernardino, you'll need a seller's permit? What about the $1 million general liability insurance that you are required to have? Don't let this scare you. When all is said and done, the cost of the annual permit will either be $64 or $154. We want to help in every way we can when it comes to vendors lawfully running and growing their small businesses. But those who operate without the proper permits can and will be cited. Citations can run anywhere from 100 to a misdemeanor, and repeated violations can result in the confiscation of items needed to sidewalk vend. We do not want this to be you. So, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the new sidewalk vending program, please call us at 909-384-5035, where staff will help you navigate your way to becoming a safe and permitted vendor in our city.